Hello everyone and welcome back as I'm going through the main storyline in Dofus. We had some fun experiences in the last video as we had to get our Masq serum shot, which apparently is going to save us all kinds of pain and agony in the intestinal area. We even got to make our way over to Pandala and just dabbled with it a little bit, got to see a pink funyunt, which was, fun. And we took on and conquered the Boostash dungeon. Even though it kind of fell apart, got really crazy in there, we managed to survive. And I got some good news. I have finished all the Astrum quests and I'm ready to pick up the Silver Dofus at the very beginning of this episode. So without any further delay, do me a quick favor, smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what we can get up to in this episode. Welcome back everybody. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness, Kwismas is almost here. And maybe we're going to go over to Kwismas Island and see about maybe fighting that first dungeon area. We'll have to wait and see. But as far as an update as what has happened since the last video, not a lot, really. I haven't really done a crazy lot. One, I did craft a Treknid shield because I ended up dropping one of the rare bones needed for this during one of the quest fights here in Astrum. I got it here on my Foggernaut since it's strength, which is pretty cool, and I managed to get a little bit more vitality on it than what was here before. Also, I got a new outfit. In fact, I just put together a video kind of showing people how to use this thing right here, which is super cool. I love the fact that you can have different colors now. Like when you use a color change potion, it's not like just a one and done. You actually get to create a setup for yourself, which is really cool that they did it like that. So I just recorded that right before recording this. I was in the mood to play some Dofus tonight, but since there's a giveaway in that video, I was like, I need to get that recorded. And in fact, I'm actually got another code that I'm going to do a giveaway in this video, but that'll be a little bit later. I figured I got two codes. So I was like, I'm going to do one as like a big giveaway, and I'll do one for the people that like to just watch my normal content. So pay attention. At some point, I will tell you how to be a part of that. Basically, it is for this outfit right here. I forget how to pronounce it. It's like Tachuas set, something like that. But it is this outfit right here. Everything that you see, it does change with your color. As you saw that a minute ago, as I changed between the different ones. I went for kind of a Christmassy setup here. It looks really cool, but I think there's a little bit too much black. I should have probably used more white. Have more of a, he almost looks like a thief, especially his little pet over here. Looks good though, I like it. But it comes with all that, and it also has this solar bear as a pet's mount cover, and then it has the rings so that when you run around, you got the little snowflakes that pop up behind you. Kind of hard to see because I got my whole fleet of people that are running with me as well. But yeah, that's the giveaway. I figure the people that'll turn out for this particular code will be a lot less because not everybody watches these. Understandable. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But the big thing that I managed to do, including the dreaded haircut quest, my goodness, that is one quest that multi-counting does not help with. Oh, it's such a pain. But I knocked out all the Astrum quests. Look at that, 100%, baby. So now we can come back here and we can pick this up. All we gotta do is speak to Wrath the Throsk, and then we can pick that up. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's about it as far as like what has happened between the two videos. So in this video, my plan is we'll obviously go fight ourselves a dungeon. Actually, we're gonna go over to Kwismas Island. I want to double check. I want to say that first dungeon is like a level 50. Let's see, Kwismas is, whoa. Looks crazy over there, doesn't it? Oh, I'm not seeing the dungeons. There we go. 110, 180. Yeah, it's level 50. And I'm level 50s. Looks like all my characters just disappeared on their icons over here. Oh, in case anybody was wondering, at the end of the last episode, remember how all my UI got boogered up? So if you weren't aware, up here if you tap on these three dots, you can actually create a display. And you can create that display once. So like what I did is I just created one. I called it recording because this is the setup I usually use when I'm recording content. But you can create that and then you can apply it to your setup. Well, what's really nice when you're multi-accounting is as long as that display is saved on your drive, which is where it does it. When you save one of those, it gets saved on your home computer. Then when you log into your other accounts, that option for a display will pop up as an option to use. So it's not like you have to create it for every account and then save it for every account. You can create it once and then use it or apply it to each following account. So I was able to get all my accounts beautifully, perfectly set up to look the same, which was super cool. Thought I'd share that with you in case you were not aware of that. It was a huge time saver. So I got everything put back to normal. Oh, I don't like it when I have to deal with the UIs all running around in front of me. So let's talk to Rathathrosk one last time. At least I assume it's the last time. I don't know, maybe he's got some other quests that are associated with him. Rathathrosk has been to Astra before. It was such a long time ago. Ask how things are going. The fog is lifting in places, little strips of netting being torn apart. It's revealing forgotten places. Voices talk to Rathathrosk. They sigh because they have suffered from an ill that cannot be cursed, nostalgia. Rathathrosk must ignore them, so he may understand the new world of which he is now a part of. Ask if he remembers how he ended up in the grip of the Rotseers. When Rathathrosk emerged from his Dofus, the Rotseers were there. They helped him take his first steps. Rathathrosk wanted to thank them, but they thought only of their machine. Rathathrosk no longer wants to work for the Rotseers. He's happy to be back in Astra, even if those he once knew have since gone to the Grey Country. Reply that it's fate of the mortals. There are those who follow a different path, like you, for example. Just as Rathathrosk jumps from branch to branch, you dance on a silver thread. Be careful, the three sisters are watching you very carefully. If you trip up, they won't catch you. You will fall from the great tree. Luckily, a ghost, a traveling scholar, and an ecaflip adventurer will help you. Ask exactly who he's talking about. You know the answer, you just don't remember it. You're a bit like Rathathrosk. That's why he likes you and wants to give you a gift. See a shiny egg appear before the dragon. Rathathrosk would like you to be the guardian of his Dofus. Do you accept? Say that it would be a great honor and take the silver egg. Yeah. Rathathrosk is happy. Rathathrosk and Benjamight are now bound together. Looks up and listens to a voice he alone can hear. When the light and the shadows unite, at this moment, everything was, is, and will be at stake. Patience. Leave the dragon on these last enigmatic words. We got it, baby. Oh, we got one. Look at this. I ain't got nothing but Dofuses down here. I don't even know trophies. So we have a whopping +1 HP. And now we have this. Now, did they change this at all? Memory of money. When the bearer falls below 20% health, they are healed for 20% of their health at the start of their next turn. Created by Rathathrosk, the Grey Dragon, this egg is an enigma. It may not be as powerful as a primordial Dofus, but it seems older than time. You'd do well to guard it closely. After all, only Nari and the god Zeller know what the future holds. That's pretty cool. In fact, okay, so, what is this? This work is a copy of one of the Royal Library's manuscripts. The original text was transcribed by George Sagrab, the archivist, which means its authenticity is guaranteed. So there was a short quest you do with Rathathrosk where you go over to the cemetery. And I think this is the book that I got from him. War Bow Wows, History of the Mercenaries. So I thought it would be kind of cool. I haven't read this yet, but it felt very relevant. I'm going to guess it maybe connects to what we heard him saying right there. So I'm going to read through this. Feel free to tap ahead if you don't want to hear it or if you've already read it yourself. But I want to check this out here for this video. An anonymous Astrubian. These days, Astra looks a lot different than it used to. Looking at its colorful rooftops, rolling green hills, and bustling marketplaces, it's hard to imagine that the city's history is steeped in blood. The fortifications have become remnants of the past, and fields of wheat have grown over the former makeshift camps. The forest of spears have vanished, replaced by ash and chestnut trees. And yet, some graves still remind us of these bygone times when the world of 12s trembled at the sound of mercenaries' war chants. When it was founded, Astra was little more than a collection of tents that hosted the famous band of Brutas. Led by their charismatic chief, the first mercenaries looked more like highway bandits than soldiers. Still, their skills in battle, their recklessness, and their ability to turn the worst situation to their advantage quickly made them famous. Fighters from all corners of the world came to swell their ranks, so much so that the place where the mercenaries would train between military campaigns spread out and became a real stronghold. Over the centuries, Astra became an independent city. The chiefs that followed became the generals of an army of elite fighters. They took part in numerous conflicts, such as the Battle of Path of Tears. Oh my. The Siege of Crybaby Castle. That sounds interesting. And the 99 Years and 11-Month War. What? 99 years and 11 months? It was just shy of 100. The Astrubian legends fought Amoknian separatists, bearded barbarians, Borks, Uganak tribes, savage hordes, vegetarian cannibals, other Borks, giant cracklers, goblins on strike, centaur archers, more Borks. They defeated the armies of Sari Khan, Lexandel the Great. They sunk Ekar Hibid's pirate fleet. In short, they were everywhere. To reassure those who were worried about their domination, the mercenaries signed treaties with neighboring countries. They could count on powerful allies. The most surprising one was probably Rathathros, the Grey Dragon, who watched over Astra for more than 2 centuries. He died at the same time as the Autumn Knight, a hero of legendary bravery. This tragedy at least put an end to the crocodile's wave of conquest. The Jade Bloodlord's empire crumbled in less than a day under the weight of a terrible curse. At least misfortune is good for something. When the 6 primordial Dofuses were created, they put an end to the wars that were tearing the world of 12 apart. But this calm was short-lived. 10 years after Zeller's clock was built, Volgrat's birth sounded the death knell for harmony. While hopes for peace persisted with the arrival of the Sacrier and Pandawa goddess, the invasion of the 1,000 Shushus marked the beginning of a ruthless struggle between the cities of Bonta and Brakmar. Astra paid a great price during the Battle of Crimson Dawn. Split into 2 camps, the mercenaries were disseminated. The survivors decided they would no longer take part in conflict and pulled back behind their fortified walls. Crafting and trade grew. Warriors became farmers, smiths, and merchants. A new dawn was riding for Bruta's city. Wow, that is really cool. Astra paid a great price there. You know what? We actually have 2 books with that. Shall we? I'm totally digging this. Okay, we'll start with part 1 here. Crimson Dawn, part 1. After Sacrier, the goddess Pandawa was the next to be recognized by her peers as a goddess who could hold her own with the other divinities, and really hold her liquor as well. The world of 11 thus became the world of 12, but the harmonious aura of the Dofus has been tainted. The disorder which started creeping in waves across the territories was to continue until war burst out between Bonta and Brakmar, the 2 cities born from the endeavors of the protectors of the months. Rushu has crushed a piece of Zeller's clock and imposed Jal, the protector of Desadre. Since then, the world has lived in the fearful shadow of Rushu's henchmen, who had killed the Great Solar with his own hands. And though his attempts at stealing Dofus guarded by Agbriel had been unsuccessful, it led to the birth of a quick-tempered and unpredictable dragon named Balgrat. Something told Jal, I don't know if it's Jal or Dajal. I apologize, I'm going to go with Dajal though. Something told Dajal that sooner or later he would be able to use the dragon to his advantage. All of this created a sense of instability across the world, and the protective aura of the Dofus became sullied by such intense greed. Despite this, Rushu remained unsatisfied. The Lord of the Demons wanted to become a god too, to be venerated by followers made in his image, but he had been refused, and the goddess called Sacrier had snatched his place in the pantheon for herself. By way of compensation, Rushu had asked Dajal to build a whole city in his honor. This city would become his temple, and he too would have followers. For Rushu intended to convert the other gods' disciples to worship him. They would sport red wings and would look like demons. And that's how the city of Brakmar, built in one night by Dajal and Rushu, was devoted to the sect of the Demon Lord. Zeller, meanwhile, had decided that Jiva was worthy of succeeding Solar. Minalt, Sentry Warrior and Commander of the Order of the Valiant Heart, was the protector of Mortalo, the Month of Storms and Showers. I apologize. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing some names and some words. I do apologize. It's not intentional. Just like Jiva and Pouchcot, the protectors of Jivian and Rogator, respectively, he had moved into the brand new city of Bonta. 1 month had been long enough for the 3 protectors to build the city, with the help of the 10 gods. Wow, it took a month, whereas Brakmar was built like in a day? My goodness. The city was built to counter the rise of Brakmar and the cult of Rushu. Only a year would pass before it faced its first great battle. Septangle 12 of the year 26, the dawn was cold and the light could barely penetrate the morning gloom. The Bontarian outpost, held by the Knights of the Order, were white with the first signs of frost. The sentinels numb from the early onset of winter. They huddled around the braziers, trying in vain to warm up. The forest, whose multitude of little noises usually started rustling to life at this hour of the morning, was completely silent, but for a cry that had been heard several times during the night. At first, the sentinels had paid it no heed, but now they squinted into the distance towards its apparent source in the south. The cry, surely produced by some completely ordinary creature, they told themselves, was getting closer. The faction captain suspected some kind of ruse from the enemy. The Brakmarians had been very quiet lately, probably too quiet. He sent a messenger to Bonta. Suddenly, the dark stillness before them started to toss restlessly. There was something moving, just out of view of the sentinels. After a few astonishing seconds, they rushed to the alarm bells, but it was too late. A wild clamor drowned out the ringing. The knights heard the echo of the drum beats. They were under attack. Troops piled up on both sides of the nearby mountains streamed down towards them. The commotion shook the very earth, and still daylight could not break through. In Bonta, Jiva had raised the alarm and was preparing the militia. If the attack reached the city, they would have to face the enemy. She urged the defenders on stationing archers at arrow slits and infantry behind the doors. They could hear the muffled pounding of the marching troops from beyond the outer walls. The enemy gained ground, and fast. This was not a good sign. Now Manat and Pouchkat were at Jiva's side. After a quick exchange, the 3 of them reached an agreement. Jiva would be in charge of the city's defense. By common accord, Meltot and Pouchkat each took the head of a squad composed of 50 knights of the Order of the Valiant Heart, a good half of whom were centaurs obeying Meltot's orders, and the rest of whom were ferociously armed infantry. Swords drawn, they rushed out to help their comrades, bellowing, "Bonta shall triumph!" Alas, far away in the distance, the outpost had been swallowed up by the horde of goblins. No fewer than 40 knights had perished, engulfed by their numbers. Reinforcements had arrived too late. The Bontarian troops sped up and the centaurs galloped faster than ever. The goblins were no doubt just the start of the attack being launched against Bonta. Enemies swarmed before them. Dawn seemed to be suspended. The night never ended. Suddenly, a jet of pale gray flames blazed over the goblin troops, casting a weak light over the battle. That sinister cry sounded once more. The Brakmarians had swept away the Bontarian outpost. In front of him, Manalt watched in dismay as the last knights were chased and finished off by Carney riders. They were commanded by the Brakmarian captain, a dark Yop who himself stayed back from the front lines. Brakmar's forces are considerable, but not invincible, said Pouchkat. Your centaurs must smash into the sides of the enemy's troops. The goblins will close in from both sides. Then I'll crush them, and we can take on the Brakmarian war chief with our full force. You know as well as I that most creatures under Brakmar command are unruly, brainless brutes. They'll flee if their command structure is beheaded. Then we'll deal with whatever's producing that devilish cry, Manalt nodded solemnly. The knights surged to attack the goblin troops. Slaughter, carnage, massacre. The Bontarian heroes brandished their blades and their breastplates were splattered with the fresh blood of each blow. They finally stopped to catch their breath. The knights gathered around Manalt and Pouchkat. They hadn't borne any losses, just a few surface wounds. Manalt took a long look around him to size up the extent of the battle's damage. The attack had gone well, very well, too well. The centaur scanned the surroundings for the dark Yop he had spotted earlier. The captain had joined the rest of the Brakmarian troops and now appeared to be harnessing the troops' thirst for violence. Why hadn't their army of chafer skeletons come to save the goblins? Manalt realized they had made a mistake. A deafening cry split the darkness, accompanied by another flash of gray lightning. The goblins had been a trap. The worst was yet to come. My goodness, this is so good. I've never read this. I've gotten these books a bazillion times. Never read this. My team's getting kicked for inactivity. It's just me and Rathathrosk again. Apparently, they don't set the timer for inactivity up for people actually reading the content. All right, well, we gotta keep going. So how do the Bontarians overcome this ambush, I wonder? There was a warrior, a single enormous warrior wearing black armor, approaching them now. He came alone, and the Brakmarians parted to let him pass. He roared, and the Bontarians around him crumbled and fell to the ground. Oh my goodness. Angered at seeing his knights recoil like this, Masq urged them to fight. He raised his spear above his head and hurled himself into the attack. Pouchcott shouted at him to wait, but the centaurs were already on their way to attack the first enemy line. The collision was terrible. Metal clashed against metal, the horns of war blew and the drums beaten loudly. Cutting and thrusting, Masq forced his way through towards the Brakmarian war chief. If he fell, victory would be Bonta's. Masq could see the warrior fighting. With each of his blows, a knight collapsed, his armor slashed open by the black sword. The tip of his blade curved and circled smoothly through the air. It was as though two dark wings were whipping to and fro around him. The black warrior had the same intention as Masq. I am Masq, commander of the Order of Valiant Hearts, protector of Maltolo. Whoever you are, your hours are numbered, shouted Masq over the commotion. Battle was raging all around them. Masq had taken his armor off. Far from protecting him, it was hindering his movement before his fearsome adversary. I'm going to take back your ill-gotten gains, centaur. Pray to your god that he opens the gates of the kingdom of the dead for you and for your knights, and tell him that Hyrule will bring Bonta down today. Streams of black smoke were billowing from his helmet. Masq was seeing him up close for the first time, was stunned to see that his enemy was able to use black fire as a weapon. Sacrilege, he exclaimed. You sullen the fire of a Ronogride. You will be cursed for that. My name is Hyrule, and it'll follow you into the other world, centaur, screamed the other, and both of them rushed forward to strike. In less than a second, everything was over. Masq brandished his spear, whose point glowed with white fire. He lunged forward, aiming at the hollow of the throat where the plates of the black armor were spaced out enough for his blow to be lethal. But the warrior dodged, and the spear jabbed uselessly into the darkness. Hyrule's wide, shadowy wings swirled to slash and blind the centaur. Before the centaur could launch a second attack, Hyrule grabbed his spear in one hand and his throat in the other. They both bellowed, one in rage and the other in pain. A blaze of lightning sprang from the black helmet, hitting Masq in the face for a few seconds that seemed like an eternity. Then the warrior pushed the stunned and twitching centaur back to deliver the death blow. He twirled his sword, the blade spun with a whistling sound and cut swiftly downward. Masq dropped noiselessly into the dust. The warrior kept on spinning his sword and bellowing. An intense burst of fire shot from the back of his throat and set his blade alight. The flame caught and spread, growing even wider and more dangerous. The knights had seen their chief fall and had started to retreat in horror. Then a dragon of black lightning materialized from the end of Hyrule's sword. The beast reared up to its full height, towering over them all. It then drove downward through the Bontarian troops. They caught fire instantly. Knights fell one after the other, and the other Bontarian warriors were blown away by the explosion. Oh my goodness. Pouchcott only survived thanks to his magic. He shot roots deep down into the earth like a 100-year-old tree. The battlefield was strewn with the crackling armor of fallen knights. A freezing rain started to pour down. The Brakmarian troops started to make their way towards Bonta. Hyrule turned to face the giant tree that Pouchcott had become. His transformation protected him from danger, but prevented him from moving. The black giant roared with spine-chilling laughter. I shall carve your coffin in your own wood, Pouchcott. But first, I want to see Jiva's head hanging in your branches. He spat and strode away to join his army. My goodness, this dude's terrible. The fortified walls of Bonta stood out in the distance, as pale as chalk. The knights of the Order of Valiant Heart had all perished. It seemed to the defenders of Bonta that that day would never break again. Was this night the last they would ever live to see? Jiva was not the only one staring up at the sky, trying to penetrate the mysteries of the curse bearing down upon them. Raval, the protector of Septangle, had climbed to the top of the hills to study the battlefield and the magical darkness that clung to it. 5 hours. The sun should have been out for 5 hours already. These hours were precious to him, the protector of Septangle. 5 hours had been stolen from the month he was supposed to protect. He would have to explain this to Zeller. The Black Warrior was extremely powerful, exterminating 100 knights with one thing, annihilating Masq with another. but rendering Pouchcott powerless. Was there no limit to the warrior's power? If I tried to stand between him and Bonta to reclaim my stolen hours, I risk being killed. As for Bonta, my dear Jiva, I'm sorry, I think I keep going back and forth between Jiva and Jiva. My dear Jiva, you're dead meat. But if Bonta falls, the night might last for eternity, and that will be the end of Septangle. Raval could not bear to imagine that. He went down to the battlefield. The surviving goblins were spreading out to form a hobbling rear guard. There, amongst the corpse and empty armor, Raval had the idea that would save Septangle. The same man who strove to suck the life out of every plant and flower as soon as Broktor's back was turned, was about to breathe life back into the souls of the dead knights. He had that power. Oh my goodness, so all the people that have died, he's about to bring them back? At his command, the ghost of the Knights of the Order of Valiant Heart rose. Oh my goodness. Their discarded armor hit the ground with metallic thuds. Burnt, flayed, and cut, they all bore gaping wounds. Ravel walked through the ranks in silence, then pointed towards the Brakmarian armies. Hyrakul's troops had reached the gates of Bonta. Any minute now, they were going to give way to the trolls' steady hammering. Militiamen gathered by Jiva had formed a wall of armor. But goblins were already trying to sneak in through the gaps in the door, which were widening with each passing second. Hyraku had put his sword back in the sheath and was striking with his mace. All of a sudden, he paused mid-motion and turned back as though someone had called out to him. Cries of distress were coming from the back. The huge warrior, taken aback, listened carefully. It was not the cries of fear that worried him. He had cast his eyes to the south. There, he saw his troops being overcome by the Knights of the Order, the very same knights he had killed with his black lightning. The white tide rolled slowly over the Brakmarians. Just then, Bonta's horns rang out. Jiva had opened the doors and the militia were moving forward to take on the Brakmarian troops, taking back the ground that had been conquered, Kamitre by Kamitre. Hyrakul had not foreseen such a reversal of fortune. The Brakmarian troops were caught in a stranglehold. He watched as the ghostly knights, immune to blows, hacked his army to pieces. The confusion was total. His captain was beating a retreat. Goblins and Schaefers tried to flee but were killed on the spot by ghost knights. He struggled to extricate himself from the fray, and knowing the battle was lost, Hyrakul glanced one last time at Bonta, so close, before fleeing towards the Treknid forest. He may not have been victorious, but now he knew for sure that Bonta did not have any Dofus. Jiva and Pouchcott would not have hesitated to brandish them at the battle's most critical moment, to show their power and scare the Brakmarian troops away. The simple detail was worth all the losses the troops of the Brakmar had bore. Hyrakul disappeared into the dark forest. A cry of victory went out throughout Bonta. The survivors could finally see daybreak. Raval climbed back up into the hills to watch Brakmar's retreat. The dawn was crimson, and this color was to lend its name to this historic battle and the tales later told of it. The Crimson Dawn was the first great battle between Bonta and Brakmar, and one of the bloodiest in the period that would come to be known as the War of the Cities. Wow. What a story. That was kind of incredible. It's like I just kind of want to sit and take it in a minute. My goodness, that was so wild. Well, there you go. I know that the first half hour or so, I don't know why that's coming up. Oh, it's a new day. First half hour or so has been just me reading. Hope you guys are okay with that though. But I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here, right? This is supposed to be us going through the main story, and we get something like that. That's a lot of story that we got to just see. That was amazing. Okay. Now, if I remember right, there was a step over in... Yeah, we're supposed to go to the end, buy a drink, and then we're supposed to go meet somebody at the Aradala steps. Now, we just did a ton of reading. So, how about we go take a crack at Kwismas Island at that first dungeon, see how we do, and then if there's still time after that, maybe we'll go over to Pandala and try to move some of the quests further along. We just spent a whole lot more time here reading about the history of Astra, Bonta, and Brakmar, which was a lot of story. Very cool. I had no idea about any of that. I am curious, moving forward, if we'll find out where that great tree is. I'm just knowing what I know about Dofus. I know there's a few places where there are some really big trees, but I don't know if I've read any quests that are like talking about the history of any of these trees. It couldn't be Otomai's tree because that's on an island all by itself. I don't know. I'm curious to see. We'll probably run across more in the future that will find connections to that story. That also goes to explain why there's all those skeleton warriors and stuff that are surrounding Bonta. They're probably leftover remnants of, warriors that were helping fight that battle that are just now alive and over there. That's really cool. All right, let me get my whole team logged on, and then we'll head over to Kwismas Island. All right, here's the boat where we can get to Kwismas Island, and we're going to talk to Hector Kwismas. Woo, it's way too hot in here. Oh, this will be interesting. You're never annoyed by the sun? The heat? I feel like I'm doing a really, really poor accent here. The heat? Streams with sweat. I want to go back to my island. Switch over to like a Jamaican thing here. Ask what island he's talking about. Well, actually, it's not really an island. Well, it is, but then again, it isn't. It's more like kind of a giant ice cube that floats on the water. What's more, it moves like an ice cube. And the captain says, soon we won't be able to reach it anymore. Ah, what a waste. 'Twas a magical place. There's treasure on the ground and at the foot of bizarre Treknids. In Utroph's heaven. Be skeptical that you can find treasure simply by bending down. Yes, there are. Loads of treasure on the ground. Well, I'm going back to my giant island while it's still there. Make up your mind. Am I taking you with me or not? Say you prefer to stay. No, obviously, we're going. Well, I hope you got some good earmuffs. If you're well behaved during the crossing, I'll introduce you to my mate, Leo Slayer, when we arrive. He raises hunting partners that send shivers down your spine. By the way, I'll ask you the question just for show, but you wouldn't be an ankle biter dressed up as an adult by any chance? Oh, like a kid? I see. Are your parents okay with letting you come? Because that last brat I took never came back. Right. Shall we go? Get on board. That's so funny. Hey, do you want to go already? No, we're not going anywhere. So, here we go. Leo Slayer. Whoa there, cool it. Blizzard, you ate less than an hour ago. Sorry, traveler, my slayhound never stops eating. I stuff him full of yummy souls, and he still wants more. Find out about the slayhounds. What do you think when you look at Blizzard? Admit it. Wow, beautiful animal, isn't he? I discovered the slayhounds during a visit to the Tagia Goblimps. They saw me hunting on their land and they were flabbergasted by my killer techniques. They decided to invite me to spend some time living with them so I could teach them a few tricks. That's where I learned how to raise slayhounds. And let me tell you, it was uphill most of the way. In their natural habitat, slayhounds are cautious beasts who stay away when travelers enter their territory. You probably won't see them on the island because they're hiding. The goblins are the only ones who can catch them. When domesticated, slayhounds become much more aggressive, but they're also loyal companions and very trustworthy mounts. They have a remarkable flair for sniffing out hidden treasures. Oh, that's kind of cool. How about the Kwismas star? Hector must have mentioned me to you. His father, Nicholas, wanted to offer a really special reward to all the adventurers who came to explore Kwismas Island. He had a word with me about it, and I said, hey man, why not let them adopt slayhounds? I can train them with my eyes closed now, and I would love to send some to good homes. Crossing the world's savage lands on the back of a rippling, muscular hawk like this guy is a pretty unforgettable experience. If you explore all the world has to offer during Kwismas season and you do favors for some of my friends, you'll get a star. Collect all 6 of the Kwismas stars, and I'll give you a caged slayhound. Interested? Yes. Aha! I thought so. But be careful, you'll have to be fairly experienced if you want a wild beast like this to obey you. And the animal won't leave its cage unless it feels at ease on its native island. Once it's free, it'll follow you wherever you go. Got it? Understand perfectly. Excellent. See you soon, traveler. Come back when you're ready to adopt a slayhound. Now, I created a guide. If you guys are not aware, I believe it will 100% get you through all the quests here on Kwismas Island. I think most of it, if not all of it, should still be accurate. I know they've changed the look of some of the NPCs, but as far as I know, all the steps and all the stuff is still the same. So if anybody is trying to get all the way through it, check out that guide. It'll walk you through how to get all that and ultimately get you one of those sleigh hounds. Okay, let me get my rest of my team over here real quick. Okay, here we are, Kwismas Island, baby. Super fun. Oh, man. I remember Kwismas Island would come around. There were sometimes I'd take little breaks leading up to Kwismas Island, but I would always come back for Kwismas Island. There's just something about all the presents, just opening them up and not sure what you're gonna get. You can get some good stuff. You can get scrolls and all kinds of things. What I'm trying to remember with the quest, is there by some chance, I turned it off because I doubt I'm really gonna follow this quest line while I'm here. Help, part of me wondered if I should talk to somebody to beat Kwismas Dungeon. Okay, so I don't have to talk to somebody to do that. I don't want to pick up all the quests over here because obviously by the time we get to this, it'll be long forgotten, and I'd like to be able to read the story that goes along with it. Because when I created that guide, I did not read anything. I just put the guide together with all the steps of what you needed to do. Okay, Hector Kwismas. Now, normally, when I come here, I am way over the level cap. I'm actually running this pretty close to the level you should be, so I'm curious to see how challenging this will be. 168, what is my level? 2? So my level's around 220, so we're good cap for this. But what I really want is just lots of presents. Lots and lots of presents. Okay, put you here. Put you back here. Okay, I definitely want to keep it on the loot. Let's go with never finish next to an enemy. Actually, versatile would be good because that's a 90%. Stay in line of sight of the enemy. We'll try for that one as well. Oh man, after all that reading, it's kind of nice to do something that's going to be attacks. Now, I just got this one, Furrow. I have not gotten to use it yet. Let's see how it works. Ooh. Yo! That seemed pretty good to me. Boom, baby. Now, that steals fire? Oh, no, click that. Click this right here. Nope. Oh, it jumped to the next. Okay. I'll see what it says when I get up there on the next one. Trying to think here. I don't want to repeat moves. That's the main thing I want to make sure I do not accidentally do. Bada boom, baby. Oh, no. Okay, he can see me. I forgot. I got to make sure I keep line of sight, too. Preferably. All right, I'm going to push you back. Boom. Right into the mess of things. I'm going to stick this guy right there. I'm a jerk. Oh, he moves, so now the wabbit can move. Okay. We're gonna go with this. Oop, let's go up one more. There we are. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this on. It'll benefit me more on the next turn. Okay, now what do we get here? 80 intelligence. Man, that's a nice buff for 2 turns. I'm curious. Does it stack? Okay, it doesn't look like it stacks beyond the 1. Okay, well, good to know. Still, whoa. That's still really good, though. Boom, baby. All right, we'll leave you here. Oh man, so how you guys all doing? Is your Kwismas going well? Are you excited for Christmas Day? I tell you, we got all of our stuff, all our shopping and everything done. I think the hardest part has been waiting because we got some fun stuff for my kids. So I'm like super excited to give it to them, but I can't. I just can't do it. I'm not the one supposed to be getting tortured by the waiting process, you know? but I am. Boom! Go back and forth. Okay, yeah, I'm in control now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder if that rule of not using the same move twice applies to my summons. I'm not chancing it. I'm doing too good to want to chance it. We'll go with this just to get close. And then right here to get both these guys. Oh, boom! All right. Oh, if I kill you, I won't have line of sight. Can I by some chance hit both of you though? No, this one. Let's see if I can get them both. I might. Well, it's gonna kill the one in the back, which is fine. And then I can do this. Yo, that's awesome. I like that move. We got Kwismas presents. Wow, people are selling these. Oh yeah, you can use these for like a craft, can't you? Oh, whoops. Oh, I got a bag of cherries. I didn't mean to use it. I was trying to see if there was a recipe. Maybe there's no oh, you know what? I think it's the boss presents that can be used for recipes. All right. Well, just because I really like to be able to see the goodies as they're collected, we're going to put them down here so we can see how many we get from the run. I will probably even like, so I'll be recording one episode this evening, and then I'm probably going to stay over here and like just grind out some more presents on my own. And I want to see how many I can get. Okay, next fight. We're gonna keep you. See, is this the first? That's the second one. Okay, we'll keep you there. Yep. I like this setup right here. Okay. Oh, kill something first. Hopefully, it's gonna be one that I like. And stay put. Maybe. Just not the ice. Okay, thank goodness. I was worried it was gonna be one of the ice guys. Well, I can't reach that, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna try something here. Oh, but I won't have enough to push also. That takes, yeah, that's 3. I was gonna put one down and then push it. I don't know if this rule applies to this though. Too late. Time's up. Okay. 470 health. My goodness. Yeah, more than I realized. Okay, we can do a push first. Yeah, get some bonus damage that way. And we'll do another one. My Masq is not gonna be able to hit it from here. But my Masq also is gonna have to get right next to it to be able to hit it. So I might as well pull it forward, I guess. Oh, I can't pull that thing around. Running away. There we go. I need like a good push move. I mean, I got this. Does a little something. Get her down there a little bit. Oh. Oh, baby. I'm only gonna hit the one, right? Okay, good. Oh, man, I like that. That's a health steal and everything. Super cool. Yeah, we'll throw that right there. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to hurt that thing at all with her, so I might as well focus the snowball. Sorry there, killer. You're gonna be my temporary wall for bashing things. Oh, I might regret that. Wonder how much lock that thing's got. Okay, it looks like I'll be able to walk past it, so we're gonna go for it. Boink. Gonna put this on. Yeah, I got a double attack I can do next turn. I still need to get 8 AP on my team. That is driving me bananas. Ooh, this would be better. Oh. Yo, I really thought that first hit it must... Oh, I think it does have the slide backward thing, doesn't it? Can I get it? Ooh, almost. That'll do it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Pull you onto that trap. There we go. Now the other one I think is wait, I can't put nothing right there. Could it possibly be? Is that supposed to be a gap? Maybe that's supposed to be a gap. You guys see that? There's one spot there I can't... Oh, here it is. I mean, it's gonna do some good damage, but I just want to make sure I don't kill it. Not yet, at least. This is where it's gonna be tricky. I have no ranged attacks with this guy. How am I supposed to pull this off? Maybe you? I hope this doesn't matter for the summons. Okay, it does not. Oh, nice. Okay, that actually might be pretty good. Okay, get what heals we can. I guess everybody's doing just fine there. Okay, hopefully this will be enough. Ooh, if I crit, it's enough. Oh, I forgot. No, I'm gonna jump it. No! Wait. We're good. That reminds me, I did have somebody tell me, oh, no presents at all? I got both challenges. I did have somebody tell me that with a Masq, if I'm gonna go with agility, I'm probably gonna want strength as my mixed in there as well. Now, why are you not moving with the squad? You're not lagged out or anything, are you? Okay, there we go. That's a bummer. I didn't drop a single present. Does everything here drop presents or only certain things? Let's take a quick look. Let's see. You can sort this to just your area, right? Reset filters. Okay, wait. Beast. Territory monsters. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got a rare chance at some of these drops here from the bosses. That's fun. Wow, I'm not even seeing presents. Capturable monster? Oh, that must be for like the quest. Well, wait, you don't need these for the Eternal Dofus quest, do you? Surely you don't. Wow, it's not actually showing any presents here. Must not be connected to any particular enemy. I was gonna see what the drop rate was. Not land. Yeah, it's not showing. Okay. I must have just had a really bad roll there. We'll roll with it. I know it was dumb. But that's what you've come to expect here on the Benjamight channel, right? We want the good dumb stuff. Kill on sight. Any ally attacking must be focused on an enemy closest. I don't mind that one most of the time because that's typically what I try to do. 1 MP. Okay, that one might be an issue, but we'll see. Oh. Yeah. How much is... Oh, it's 4. Does it have a spot in the middle too? Or only... Okay, so it doesn't have a spot in the middle. That's good to know. All right, I'm going to put this here, and I'll use my forge, or my Foggernaut to just drag him onto it if I have to. Ooh, don't push me back. I probably can't even hurt you with this, can I? Nope. I guess... Oh, nope, can't reach with that. Here we go. I could do that. That 1 MP thing's probably gonna get old real fast. I can't reach it with that either. Wait, here we go. I blew it. Oh, because I hit 2. All right, screw it. It's not gonna be worth it. I'll try for the 1 MP, but I'm not gonna be too worried about it if I don't pull it off. Well, wham! Oh, you just kind of slide right on by. Yeah, forget it. We're moving on. This guy's staying all the way in the back. That's gonna be a real pain to deal with. Yo, that thing's actually got a pretty good amount of health. All right, we'll head this way. Watch me drop like 12 presents. Get a huge stack of presents when I fail the bonuses. If that's the case, I'm gonna say pro tip, fail the bonuses for more presents. Be naughty. You gotta be on the naughty list. So I got this, the sonar thing here recently. Haven't really used it at all yet, but we're gonna have to do some practicing with that, figure out how that works. No, not that way. Woohoo! Might as well go ahead and stick this on, in case they're still around on the next turn. Man, I really like having a direct attack move now. I'm not used to it though. That is really good. There we go. Just in case it tries to run away some more. I'm gonna get it. Okay, do a group heal. Boom, baby. I am impressed with how much health these things have. They have more than I expected. Oh, I think I pushed it too far away. Nope, can't even reach with that one. Do this. Poor Tweety. Getting pushed around all over the place. Here we go. That's what you like to see. There we got some presents. Some more chocolate commas. Okay, we got one more room, I think, before the big evil... I think it's a Christmas tree in this one, right? Pretty sure it's a Christmas tree. We're going all back here. Hopefully I can shield us all up. There we go. And what kind of choices we got here? When an allied fighter kills one or more enemies, they must finish their turn. We're probably not gonna pull off Doom neither. Unpredictable, probably not. We might be able to get barbaric. I like that they changed this one. It used to be that you could only use weapons, but now they just have it where you have to finish the enemy with a weapon. I think that's a fantastic trade-off. Ooh. Oh, I was gonna try to get both those guys. I might still be able to. They're weak to fire, and I can get them both. Oh, yeah. Look at the health I can get back, too. That's fantastic. Oh, she's kind of trapped. I was afraid that might happen. Well, let's at least punch something in the face with a shovel, shall we? Boom! Made a statement. That's what that was all about. Okay, let's push you back. Put you here. Oh, I gotta be careful not to let it finish anything off though, I forgot. I have to use an attack. Watching for that. All right, shield everybody up. Put these on. There we go. Now they all have the Quack Blade, which does, you know, not bad damage. I'm not real familiar. I still struggle with using swords or weapons in general to attack because I still have in the back of my mind the big nerf that occurred. Remember when we had that stretch of time where it's like weapons are what everybody was using to do their attacks because you would just buff yourself up and then the weapons you could just swing them multiple times and they were just devastating. And then they nerfed them. They made it to where you can only swing a weapon a certain number of times. It wasn't necessarily AP based, you know, it was a particular number of swings you could do with a particular weapon. And I got out of such a habit of using weapons to actually attack. I would only use weapons for stats. That's all I would ever care about. Be like, what stats could I get from this? And I still have not retrained myself to realize that I can use weapons to attack. That's just fine. They do good damage. I just have to remind myself of that. Ooh, can I oh, thank goodness. Yeah, you get back over here, bird. You're trying to run all the way in the back. I saw you. I'm surprised we have not ruined this one yet. All enemies must be finished off. Oh, during the same round. I really don't think that's going to happen, but okay. Ooh, that may not finish it. Let's do this first. Now do this. Wham! That worked. Bird's running away again. Now, if I push you first, ooh, might kill it. This, oh, that's got really good odds of killing it. Huh. Okay. Well, let's just try the sword then. That works. Oh, that's definitely gonna kill that one too. All right, that's gonna be tricky. I gotta get this bird over here so I can swing my weapon at it. Okay, that should be safe. We'll let you finish. Ba-boom! And I definitely can't reach. I could use this to pull it back though. And do a little damage to it. That's not bad. I don't think I can pull that one diagonal. I might. Yep, that's gonna kill it. Okay, can I get my way all the way down there? I don't think so. Not in a way that's going to work for me here. Because I'd have to use 4 MP to slide, and it won't leave me 4 MP to try to do my attack. Okay. Well, let's... Although her water attack's not going to do nothing. Here we go. This'll do it. I love that way they swing that katana. Looks awesome. Yeah, we got... Oh, and we each got another key. I could run it again if I want to. I might need to also. If I don't manage to snag any kind of achievements, I will be back. Okay. It's the Itzing tree. The heck? Itzing? I guess that's how you pronounce that. Level 200. Now, I may not be trying for... Ooh, not everybody's full on health. There we go. I still got all this really low level food. I'm actually finally getting to use it. I noticed that during some of my questing as well. Let's stick you down here, especially since these guys are going to be fire. And I'll keep you 3 up here. Kill first. Maybe we'll get a good target for that. Kill that thing first. Okay. Must end their turn. Oh, that's probably not going to happen. Blitz, not going to happen. Defeat monster in 9 or less turns? Maybe. Okay. Well, before I waste too much time. Boom! Gotta see if we can at least get this achievement. If I can do the 9 turns or less, that'd be awesome, but I don't know. I got quite a few things that are like very resistant to chance, which will not be helpful. I love the fact, at least in this dungeon, they've taken away the duplicating aspect of that enemy. That was always kind of annoying to me. Okay, I might as well not bother with the pushing thing, because if I remember right, you can't push this tree. I think it stays stationary. Oh boy. I forgot this thing pulls out a lot of summons. Oh boy. I think... Okay, I can reach at least her. Oh, and the turret. That's nice. There we go. All right, bird. Need you to die. Please? Almost. Okay, well at least we've locked in, assuming I don't die, we've locked in some kind of a bonus. I'm happy with that. Now, I'm gonna keep focusing on you, at least with this character, because, let's give that to you. Because hitting this isn't gonna do much good. Okay, let's push you back. I was gonna try to level up my turret again. Okay, let's do this. Keep some heals going. Oh yeah, harpooner. Do your thing. Oh my goodness, can this thing call a summon every turn? If so, I might be in trouble. Might be in trouble. Alright, we're gonna hit this. And this. 1200. Alright, we're making progress. Thankfully, this thing over here is just like a bucket of health for me. Not too bad at all. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Now, hopefully the tree doesn't have some kind of like a one-shot kill thing. I don't, it's been so long. Oh, so long since I fought this thing. I don't remember. All right, we're at least gonna hack away at one of these since I can't hit anything else. They're doing a good job of locking me down. That's not cool. Okay, let's evolve you. Now, let's see what this is gonna do. 30 neutral. Well, that's not exactly great, is it? We're gonna push you back there. She's gonna finish you off. Gonna do this. Try to keep my turrets alive, because they're going to be significant in helping me not die. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh crap, did it just heal itself? Okay. We're up to 3 summons. Oh man. It's really in the Christmas spirit. Not in a way that I like. Point. At least I was able to hop out of that sticky situation. Okay, well 2 of these finished off. Maybe. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Get down here with her, that would definitely help. Is it weak to... No. 20% to everything. Okay. Yeah, I got a line of sight now. Hook it up with some Christmas trees. What round are we on? 4? I just got to do it in less than 9. We might be able to pull it off. Depending on how many more of these Christmas trees get out here. Push you back. And smack a you. Oh, that did not do near as much damage as I was hoping. Okay, we got this. There we go. I think I had that little ice thing on it. It was like some sort of protection. Okay, we'll focus this one. It's almost dead. 4 Kwismas trees. I'm still alive. What are they doing to it? Are they like buffing it in some fashion? I feel like they're buffing it or something. 40% crit. Oh my goodness, my character's not looking so good here at the moment. Okay, let's finish you off. At least I know that'll be something that's helpful for the team. Hopefully I can reach something here. Let's do it. Boom! I think that hit me a little bit too, but that's okay. It was a sacrifice I was willing to make. Killer Common Pride doesn't appreciate it too much, but I was willing to do it. Okay, I'm gonna step right on this. Boom! Oh yeah. We're blitzing it. Home stretch, baby. Which way? Oh yeah, we can finish that one off. And might as well hit it. Ooh. This is getting out of control. We've almost finished it though. As long as I can keep somebody able to hit it. My goodness, this is a mess. Let's get out here. Maybe I can get some heals. All right. I want to turn on creature mode, but hey, it actually worked. I was worried creature mode wouldn't actually be creature mode. Okay, we're gonna put you here. Boom. Oh, so close. Do I have? Oh, I was hoping I could step off and step on that to kind of push her free. That's okay. She's got an angle on the tree. That's the main thing we need. You know what? I think my other character's about to finish it off. Oh. Merry Kwismas. Well, I didn't drop anything big. I think I get some at least for completing the quest though, right? Ooh, got some levels. Here's Hector Kwismas. You're pretty good at cutting down itzings. My cousin keeps a sawmill, so if you fancy becoming a lumberjack, I could put in a good word for you. Look, it's not that I'm getting bored, but I can't find any trace of the children here. So, shall I get you out of here? Yes, take the star and leave. There's our first star. Did I get any presents this way? Nice. Oh, wait a second. Maybe. Nice Christmas gifts. Are there no longer enemy ones? Oh, I'm on the outside now. It used to have presents that you could get, you know, from the bosses. I don't see them listed here. But then again, we don't see the regular presents listed here, so I don't know. Bummer, bummer. Well, at least we got one of the stars. Got to count for something, right? Now, what is the, what's this thing here? Kwismas Island. Huh. I don't know. Well, look at that. All right. I'm not going to teach you guys. I'm going to open my presents. Oh, and I need to tell you how to be a part of the giveaway. We'll do that here right after this. All right, let's see if we get anything good. We got, oh, we got a bag of aubergines. That's still pretty good. Farmer scroll. Got a Vit rune, small blue fairy, lumberjack scroll. Some more fairy works. Okay, well, we got some bags of stuff that'll be valuable. Let's see if we get anything really nice here. Lots of bags and, oh, a small vitality scroll. I haven't done any scrolling yet with these guys. Something I will definitely have to do. Small chance scroll. I like it. Okay, that's not too shabby. More farmer scrolls. You know, speaking of that, there's a small strength and a small intelligence. Yo! Somebody was telling me that as I continue to move forward with the main story, I'm going to need a level 60 profession on every character, which I think I remember that, and I think that goes with the Emerald Dofus. So I'll probably have to do that sooner than later. But what I didn't know is there's some point along the way where I need to be a level 200 in one of each type of profession. So like a gatherer, a crafter, and I forget what the other one was. Probably a mage or something. I don't know. But I was like, what? I gotta have 3 level 200 professions on all my characters. That's gonna be a project. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to do that. I don't know what Dofus or what quest that's associated with. So if anyone could let me know in the comments below, so I at least know maybe how far I have to work towards that. Not looking forward to that. All right, I think this is where we're gonna wrap up the video. So let's talk about the giveaway. Like I said, it's the set that you see my character wearing here. It's super cool looking. Super cool looking. Colored changing, comes with the polar bear here. Yeah, super cool stuff. So here's all you gotta do. In the comments section of this video, all you gotta tell me is something that you're hoping you get for Christmas. You can be as wild and crazy with it, or as subtle and calm. You can be like, I just wanna be with my family. You know, you could, anything goes, just keep it appropriate. But let me know something you would love to see under the Christmas tree of your house this year. And that's all you gotta do. So just like on the other video, I will draw the winner on Thursday, December 26th, and then reach out to you directly in the comment section of this video that you've won. Now, if I don't hear back from you within 2 days, so you've got until the 28th to reach out to me, and we'll connect either through Twitter or Discord or some other way to pass you that code. If I don't hear back from you, I will draw a new winner on the 29th. The codes kind of have a limited time frame to them now, so I can't just wait for like a week or two to see if somebody, you know, if you're on vacation, it's kind of unfortunate. If you draw the win and then you're on vacation and then you get back, I'm like, sorry, I had to give it away. That's why, because there's a limited time for these. They do expire, and I don't want them sitting there for too long. So remember, on the 26th, I will draw and announce the name. I will reach out to you directly here on YouTube. I will also try to announce the winners on Twitter, just in case there's 2 places there to possibly find out. And then if I don't hear from you within 48 hours, I will draw another winner on the 29th. But hopefully I'm going to hear from you, and it's not going to be a big deal. Well, this is probably the last video I'm going to get created before Christmas gets here. So all you guys have an absolutely fantastic Christmas holiday with your friends, your family. For those of you who maybe lost someone and this is kind of a hard time of year for you, we're actually experiencing that with our family a little bit this year, as I lost my grandma this year. So this will be our first year without her. My heart goes out to you, and I hope that you guys can have peace and still make the best of whatever the situation may be for you. Thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. Be safe out there. I'll see you on the next one.